my neighborhood went through generations with different kind of substance. Like, you know what I'm saying? It went from the weed, it went from the cocaine to the heroin, then it went to the rocks. The thing is with us, everywhere in Richmond was a hustle. Every neighborhood had money in their neighborhood, so it was easy for everybody to get money. That's why it was easy for everybody to get along with one another. Nowadays, ain't no money in the neighborhoods no more.
Good afternoon, everybody, or what I say, good morning or late morning. It's here 2026. This is the first Sunday of the year, and it's so great to kick off with these beautiful brothers with 100 Years Podcast, 1HYE Podcast, Season 7, Episode 1, Consequences of the Street Life. And my name is Fahim. I got my good colleague, my brother over there. Man, what's your name, man?
Man, Patrick Scott, man. Hey, man, I'm going to just say, man, hey, Siren American Dreams in the house, man. That's my motto. I always throw that out there, man, to keep everything alive, man, and functioning. Hey, man, I'm going to pass it back to you because I know you got some exceptional good guests on.
So we playing catch?
Yeah, all the time.
Now, we got some exceptional guests on. Quit doing that, man.
I say you got some exceptional.
No, we do.
Okay, we do. We do then. Especially when
But that's it right there.
100 Years Enterprise.
100.
It represents all of us,
Man,
right?
For sure.
To the pub, we always do this, man. How we pitch fastballs, man. So I caught one, he threw one back at me, man. Again, I'm gonna throw you right back, man, and get on with this show, man. So we got some powerful guests on. We got some powerful guests on, man. I can't wait to go into this segment.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, it was a must that I get these brothers on here, and I was having a conversation earlier that with Richmond being so small and these voices that really need to be amplified that haven't been heard or should have been heard and needed to be heard, and why not today? It's 2026. In brief, I want you brothers to introduce yourself. So my brother, please introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Erik Lansing. I'm a senior, and AKA Fortune, man.
AKA Fortune.
Fortune.
My brother, what's your name?
My name Richard Lee MacDonald Jr. I'm Richard Lee's son.
You got long names.
Nah, but they call me Lil D Wood or D Wood or Woodsy L.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
And again, Lil D Wood or Big D Wood?
Lil Wood.
Lil
We
Wood.
gonna get there. Yeah, we
Lil
definitely gonna
Wood.
get there. Hey, you know what? You brothers got some interesting stories. And it's necessary for you all, for us to bring out of you where people should know. But you already know what's inside of you.
Mhm.
We want to really just bring that out, right? And so my first question to you all, and just in brief, we know you both was born in Richmond.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Was you born in Brookside or Richmond Hospital?
I think I was born in Richmond, bro.
Okay, so
I
you
think I was born in
right
Richmond.
on 23rd Street.
Yeah, I think I was born in Richmond.
I was born Kaiser in Oakland.
All right,
Yeah.
it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
Still here, we out here, right? So, what does Richmond mean to you?
Ah, man, Richmond. That's where I got my knowledge from. That's where I got my upbringing from. Richmond means everything to me. I mean, without Richmond, it wouldn't be me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it gave me everything that I know today.
When you say Richmond gave you everything, when I was growing up in Richmond, if I introduced myself or someone introduced themselves, they would say what particular neighborhood they're from.
Right.
In this day and time, we hear, oh, I'm from Central, I'm from the South Side, I'm from North Richmond. But you all have particular neighborhoods where you are from, and so do I.
Right.
And give me a little history about that. Where y'all from?
From Easter Hill.
Easter Hill?
Yeah.
I
Sure.
got family in Easter Hill.
Everybody do.
Tim Johnson's your family.
Everybody do.
Rihanna.
Everybody do.
I know.
Right. So how was y'all history? Give me a little bit. So history of Easter Hill, just a little bit from your age group, and how did y'all get that understanding and insight to become who you are today?
Okay, let me tell you. See, I started in Mount Talbot Manor as a little pup out the sandbox.
Okay.
But my brother and sister lived in Easter Hill, so my pops used to take me up there ever since 1975 when I was like 5 years old. So coming from Mount Talbot, there was a couple, we had a couple tough brothers up there that was like rough. Most of them migrated to North.
Okay.
But I'm the only one that, from all the black community from Mount Talbot, ended up on the south side because of my roots there. But going there going to Easter Hill and you playing Pop Warner football or getting shot with the slingshot, seeing pigeons, that was a new world to me. Ooh. It was different. The flatland was different. I came from multicultural. It was Hispanics, whites, blacks, and my time was different. It was like the upscale of North Richmond or Port Chester Village.
Here at Mount Talbot, that's like on the other side of San Pablo almost. That's like up San Pablo almost Leeward Heights.
Type, yeah. Right, yep.
Okay.
So
Got it. And my brother Fortune, I ain't gonna call you Eric. I'm gonna call you Fortune.
Yeah, Fortune. Everybody know me by that. Well, I moved to. I think I was born on like 37th Street over there by Old School People's Choice over there. Ooh. Yeah, I was born over there. So we moved to. We ended up moving to Easter Hill when I was 4 years old, and from 4 to what? You know what I'm saying? To my teenage years, I stayed in Easter Hill. But yeah, man, Easter Hill, I can consider myself born and raised. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I know.
Right.
I'm a Hinckley baby.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Hinckley baby.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me, because I gotta say this because it's some of the sprinkles is part of my history too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was born and raised in Oakland, California, but I did go to Colorado for a year.
Right. And
I will say this, and we talk about it laughing, man. The Bernstein jumped me up in the
right.
front.
Hey, I can imagine.
I went through that.
Yeah.
So I was initiated, right? I always say I'm a surrogate of Richmond, man, because the brothers embraced me, man. And when I was out here, right, I remember I had a partner named. I stayed right on 21st and Cutting. I had people die for now.
Right.
And it's just a trip how we used to try to get in the game at 14. And went up into Easter Hill.
Right.
To try to find. It's just a trip how that played out.
Right.
It's just a trip how powerful Easter Hill is.
Oh yeah. Everybody got a little family up in Easter Hill, bro. If you ain't from Easter Hill, you got some relatives that's from Easter Hill or lived up there at least. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Historic place, bro.
I know when I was a kid, and my mother, she used to drive me around different neighborhoods to say, "Boy, I want to show you these areas, what's going on, but." If you do anything outside, I'm telling you, this is what you're gonna see. And she used to always drive me to Easter Hill.
Right.
Yeah, and bring me up to Mike Henderson.
Right.
Mike Henderson forever, right?
Right.
And then P9 them was on 2-9.
2-9 for sure.
Right.
For sure.
But it was a trip being a kid. But you talk about Hinckley and Foothill and everything.
Yeah. Right.
So y'all used to go to Big Diamond?
Oh, for sure. That was the playground.
So we talk about the Big Diamond.
Right.
Our age group know about Big Diamond.
Yeah.
What's up with Big Diamond? Because these youngsters don't know about Big Diamond, and it's important that we give people a history of where we come from.
Flag football, basketball, dice games. Your big brother used to make you, if somebody younger, you had a big brother like 15 and somebody 10 was talking crazy to me, throwing his, I'm going to go get my little brother to beat you up, vice versa.
Absolutely.
All that. Just,
Yeah, Big Diamond. Big Diamond was throw up football, basketball. And we had a team, Easter Hill Bullets. We had a little team. We played E-Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We used to play little teams around Richmond. Yeah.
Man,
we was all right.
Football was a setup.
It was a setup?
It was a setup for somebody to try to hurt you, man.
You
do it like this and hit y'all in your
We wouldn't have it no other way. We wouldn't have it no other way.
It was the worst.
I thought throwing tackle was an introduction.
Oh, no.
To get ready for this high school.
No.
Yeah, kinda. That's what I thought too. Kinda.
It was a road to punish
some dirty politics.
Hey, man, it made you rough, bro. It made you tough, man. Yeah, it made you tough.
I will say, just y'all talking about the situation about having all these kind of sports outlets, man, for our generation when we was young, right? What appeared to happen in that transition that we kind of lost some of that today? What is it like today, in y'all vision, for growing up in that time, to now? 'Cause I remember you speaking to that Fortune off camera about how it changed a little bit.
I don't know. It just was a lot to do back in our days, man. Everybody was more. Get along. Like everybody got along, so it's like, basically, the stuff that's going on today, we didn't really do when we was kids. Like today things is more faster and quicker, like more like on some fast life type stuff. Back then, we was real kids. You feel what I'm saying? We did real kid things. We played in the creeks and tap poles and, you know what I'm saying? We raid the cannery truck that stopping back at Easter Hill and Hoffman, man. We did kid things, bro. So nowadays, I think everything is just real grown up, like, you know what I'm saying? And kids can't be kids. I think kids can't be kids nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. We was real kids, bro.
We were.
For sure. We was real kids.
Richard, how was your early days of junior high school? Because we met in junior high school.
Oh man, Juan Crespi. It was a trip, like balancing two different cultures. Like I said, we coming from like my town where it's a little bit slower,
right?
Then going to East Hill. That's how I learned when I met you.
Yeah.
When I was 8, 9 years old to shoot dice. My OGs,
right?
Tommy Lacey, Charles Jr.,
right?
My brother Big D Wood. The list goes on. All them shot dice.
Yep.
And I watched as a youngster. I watched them flip. I watched them if they didn't have 2 dice. They just throw 1 dice. Whoever got the highest dice.
Right.
So when we met, we was probably like out of a handful of us, me, you, Lavelle Crockett, and a couple of us was the only like street young kids that had like an urban type of at Chris. So we just automatically clicked.
Did the twins go there for a minute?
David and Durrell went there.
We had a couple specials through there.
Top boys.
Also, what's his name? He the president of Bonafide Riders now. Morin went there with us. No, but Morin went there with us, and what's that guy name? That's my boy too, Tebow.
Oh,
Tebow?
Yeah.
Tebow?
Tebow, he the president for the Richmond chapter. His real name is that's a trip.
Yeah, we had
he
a lot
gonna kill me.
You on the spot. You on the spot right now. That's why you can't think of it right now.
He gonna kill me.
So,
that's my boy.
Right. So I want to go where Patrick was saying and what Eric was unfortunately just saying.
Thomas Walker.
Walker.
Yep. Yeah, Thomas Walker.
So when we look at the youth now in the fast life, they get into it at an early age. Do you think it's because of hunger, necessity, or they just want some fast money based on what they seeing around them? Because we know how we got into the street life, right?
Exactly.
So we know what we saw. You and I first started gambling with you in class.
Right.
We tried to get an extra couple cents or a couple dollars. Right. To do other things with. So from y'all perspectives, what y'all think about that? Based on how we came to get some money and how the youth are doing it now, the generation, just say 3 generations under us.
I think that the opportunity with the how we got money is not there for them.
Yeah,
it's not there for them. Like how we got it wasn't there for them.
Right.
And then social media. I know people say this as a cliche, but it's the truth. It'll make people think like you'll see your favorite rapper with something on, and you're impressed by it, and you want to get it fast.
Right.
But then the most thing is with the bipping thing, you'll get a little youngsters, they'll tell their homeboy, why this hit for 100 bands? They come back, they stunned, they got jewelry, money, pounds of trees, everything. And it's gonna be like, man, I'm sitting up here playing with $100 buying a little zipper weed. I'm trying to get me a 100 ball.
Right.
I'm trying to get me a gold stack. So that'd be the newest hustle, like thievery. Then when that played out, they see it on social media. Jewelry store licks. Yeah. So they go in there 20 deep and break the windows and go get them some Rolex.
Everything became a quick trend. Come and go.
Everything.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. I think when we was kids and when we was growing up and able to do the street thing, it was more access to it. Like it was more easier. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was more easy to get money because, we grew up in Easter Hill went through trends. Like Easter Hill went through weed days, tie stick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Columbia
Indo.
Gold before then.
You know what I'm saying? So like my neighborhood went through generations with different kind of substance. Like, you know what I'm saying? It went from the weed, it went from the cocaine to the heroin, then it went to the rocks. The thing is with us, everywhere in Richmond was a hustle. Every neighborhood had money in their neighborhood, so it was easy for everybody to get money. That's why it was easy for everybody to get along with one another. Nowadays, ain't no money in the neighborhoods no more. So now what they got to do, they got to go out the neighborhoods to different other areas, like you say, bip, rob, steal, all. So it ain't the same kind of hustle. What's going on? They hustle, really, they not hustlers. I mean, I hate to say it. That what they doing is not hustling. That's taking and robbing.
Right.
And stealing, bro. We was real hustlers. We come from real stump down being real hustlers, man, getting it from the mud, man.
Absolutely.
Now, these days, they rather take it.
Yeah.
And then
know
also,
what I mean?
also this too. Breaking in cars back in the 80s, you was considered a dope fiend.
You were.
You was straight
Exactly.
nut.
Yeah,
You was
Niggas
not.
wasn't doing that.
You was a
Yeah.
fiend though. You was like, you looked at it as like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, the rewards now, because back then was tape decks and
Yeah.
and
That's what I was getting ready to
speakers
say.
and
Yeah.
amps and
Yeah.
zap boards. Now
Yeah.
it can be a duffel bag with, like I said,
100,000 in there.
100,000 in
for
there.
Sure,
So
for sure.
the
Yeah, for
results
sure.
is like, ooh,
Yeah, real
bigger.
quick, we're gonna get back to that. What you about to say?
Nah, I was just saying that, you know, the work that we do, Consequences of Street Life, the reason why it's relevant, because we talk about something that we can pass down, right? That's our job as
Right.
elders, right? And I'm just looking at, listening to you guys about the transition, right? And what we do in the educational with the youth, right? It's like they fast when it comes to technology and gadgets and you know,
Right.
sports. And when we take those
From
gadgets
them?
away from them
Yeah.
and say, hey, now we need you to use your mind about just the basic education.
Right. It's not there.
So I think that has a big part about when we look at our hustle game, right? Because we was educated by our elders
Right.
about how to do a thing. It was a script, it was law, it was all these things. It was understanding about how to do a thing before you engaged it.
Right.
Right? You knew who to go through, you knew who was running the block, you knew who you associate yourself with, all those things. Right now it's just
Wide open.
yeah, without
no-
knowledge don't even it's
Yeah.
just like you said, it's just like it ain't no I don't want to say gang because I'll be
Ain't no
degrade-
foundation behind it.
right. Ain't nothing.
Yeah.
So it's just like when we talk, they don't even know. A lot
Nah,
of times they
nah.
don't even know why they're doing it.
Is,
Right.
is it safe to say back then when we were coming up that we had to think more? I think we had to do more critical
Yeah,
thinking.
everything microwave.
Right.
I would say that.
I think
Everything
we had to do
microwave.
more critical thinking because those above us forced us to listen. We
Right,
listened
right,
to our
right.
OGs, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
for
before
sure,
we
for
did
sure.
something, they somewhat gave us a do and don't or what not to do.
Right.
So just so we take it back to the dope game, right? How we all grew up, right? Just say in the mid '80s when you had to weigh a 16th, a gram was gram of 7/10, right? When you had to weigh, we had a little blue scales. Remember the blue scales?
Yeah.
You really had to know a piece of math to do that.
Right.
Because if you bought stuff from somebody and you weighed it up and it was off,
right. You
it's
know,
the chance
you'll
is
be
that
like, yeah.
you're gonna be short, or you're gonna go back and think somebody beat you.
Right.
That forced us to think.
Right.
In this day and time, they can go kick the window in, go do whatever they do to get the stuff.
Right.
You getting going.
Right.
Right.
When you take the technology out their hands and you say let's sit and write our names and talk, it becomes difficult.
Right.
And I think that education piece, what Patrick was saying,
That
Even
because
just
with
before
the
you get it,
technology
folks,
be making-
even if you got some or call yourself purchasing something from the next dealer or whatnot, you went home and waited.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
You
for
went
sure.
all this, man, this
For
off a
sure.
couple grams.
For sure.
So math was everything we did. Everything
For
was
sure.
education. You know what I mean?
Right.
We didn't just come in and say, man, we knew if I asked for a QP, I know what it is in grams.
Right.
You
right?
know what I'm saying? So you gonna break that down to him when I go home. I even come back, hey man, this was off.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Oh, well, you know that's through education and math, like you said. So it just that is a big part.
Let me
Be like,
say
it's
this.
supposed to be
Let me say
112
this.
grams.
Let me say this. Well, let me say this. I think when we was growing up, right, and we was in the game, right, we appreciate the hustle.
We did.
Like we didn't misuse it. Like the thing is, it was we worked for it, so we cherished it. That's why we learned how to stack money in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, they don't cherish it because they didn't have to work for it. They can go bust a window 5 seconds and get some money, you know what I'm saying? Or they can walk up to you and rob you, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and go on about their business. We had to really stand on the block and for hours all night get our money. We appreciate it. It taught us to appreciate the money.
did.
And
We
don't-
valued it.
Yeah, we valued it. And what I'm saying is we didn't when we got it, we didn't mess it off.
Right.
Because we knew, man, we had to stack this, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Nowadays, they don't know nothing about no stack. I remember I was in. Well, we can get to the
No,
feds.
we gonna go
get
there.
to
We
the
gonna
feds.
get there.
Yeah,
We
I'm
going
gonna leave.
there.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna leave it
there.
alone.
And
but
you know what? And
yeah.
I'm glad you said that because when you said that the value system is that when you appreciate a thing
Yeah.
and it feels so good, I never want to go back
Right.
to that old feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think when we got the money, we stacked it
Right,
right. I
right.
know before I had that fresh pair of felines on, I might have had them surfers on. I know her old girl talked about me.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right,
I ain't
right.
shit for to talk about me no more
Right.
in the back of the AC Transit before, because I had that story before.
Right.
But when we had them different stories, we get that piece of money, right? You say, okay, man, I'm riding in this Cougar or a box Chev, a 98, whatever we drove back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And then on top of that too, right? We knew about commerce. That's what he had. Lou.
Right.
We knew what cats were trying to short stops. We knew certain blocks we had to grind on. We knew what kind of affiliates we had to go on. So all those attributes allowed us to, when we got older and more mature,
Right.
to go into business like that too.
Right,
With those
right.
Same kind of traits.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm saying they don't even know how to find. They don't even have the fundamentals of how to
Right.
approach a cat or someone to make an elder say, you know what, I like that young man. It's all, you know what I mean, because it's always trying to figure out. They always trying to figure out. You know, they like Fies always have little debates with them, right? In juvenile hall, they want the right now.
Exact. That's my point.
So
That's
they'll
my point.
blow their relationship with you for the right now, not
Right.
knowing that you messing with the right person that can lead you somewhere in the
In
future.
the long run, for
And
sure.
they don't know. That's what
They
I'm
don't
saying.
know
That
that.
kind
Exactly.
of thing. So that you
The
know,
microwave generation.
right?
So how was it for both of you all coming up, you know, in that fast life when it came to building relationships with people outside of where you come from?
Hey, beautiful. Because it was about money, man. It was about it. See, the thing is, that's why it was lovely back then, because I can go to Central, I can go to, you know what I'm saying? I can go to townhouses, I can go to Kennedy Manor, I can go, you know what I'm saying, everywhere and you know,
Right.
and dump it off, man, and receive the payment for it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody messed with everybody. So the money was lovely because everybody was getting it. And I think that's, you know what I'm saying, it ain't no money out here, and I think that's why the kids is going crazy like that, bro.
Because
It
lack
ain't
of
no
money
out
caused
here, bro.
lack of respect too. Because when you say when you ever to go to every neighborhood
And get
set,
money.
whatever,
Yeah.
it was based on the respect. Also,
Oh,
you
yeah,
had to
yeah,
have
for sure.
respect.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
everybody can
Right.
have a sack or do
Right.
what they was doing to
Right.
go to every neighborhood. So
Yeah,
you had
for
that
sure.
respect.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What I can see, what I witnessed, because I probably didn't dealt with like going to here and there, copping back in the days for more people than him, because he probably had his little the foundation had
Right.
this one solid thing. So it's like this. You always know a major player in each hood. So I can shoot up there. I don't know if he want to be on. I can shoot over there where he at.
Yeah.
He know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Up on top of the deep south and go get a quarter piece or whatever.
Yep.
Or I can go to the main line and come mess.
Yep.
But go to north and mess with somebody and be from the hill and
Yeah.
do that. Now
Yeah.
nobody from Central could pull up and get no
Right,
pound of weed
right.
from.
Right.
I'm not saying nobody. I'm talking about a certain age
Right.
group. They can't pull up to the certain
I'm gonna
thing
say
and
something
get,
before
and
you
get
go
no
there,
weed.
Fortune. Before you go there, because you just made me think about. I remember, man, back in the days, man, it could be 1, 2 in the morning. I know it's time didn't pass, but I used to go to my bleacher calling DD. I used to go to my boy DeAndre, right?
Right.
So that's A Street, right?
Right,
there.
right.
Back in the
I know,
days,
yeah,
everybody.
right.
So we did, and you would have to have a level of trust to where you can knock on the door, say, "Come to the back of my mama house,"
Right.
and know we good.
Right.
Right.
At 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Or you want to go anywhere else, and I think that's what's missing. We can't trust each other. No
Nah, we
more.
don't
Based
trust
on the
each other.
respect.
You can't. We
Right.
don't trust each other nowadays,
Yeah,
bro.
you're right. Somebody
what
used to
it
be able
is.
to pull up in the hill and go to certain people's houses
Yeah.
and grab a few zips and get up out of there and say, can you imagine somebody from the opposite side that don't get along with this side, even if it's like he ain't got nothing to do with it, just because he was seeing the picture or just because that's his little cousin and try to do that, they ain't gonna wipe him down.
And he just trying to get a couple dollars.
Man,
Yeah, that's over
it's
with, man.
crazy. That's why ain't no.
That's over with, bro. All that's over
It's
with, bro.
different.
It's
And why you think it's over with? What happened?
hey,
Because it's too
I
much
don't know,
clicking up.
man.
That's what I think.
Y'all know, because y'all from the
telling you.
hill.
I'm telling you what my opinion.
Yeah.
It's that was clicking up because back in the days, if we did have a problem in Richmond, we didn't go get nobody from be clicked up with somebody from a whole nother city. That you know what I'm saying? So now you clicked up with this neighborhood and you on pictures with this dude, somebody that just know your face now because you're a little reputable. You gonna get a person you ain't never seen before is your op now because you cool with somebody that he ain't cool with. If it make any sense what I'm saying.
It make a lot of sense.
So like me and you cool with each other.
Me and you cool.
Right.
He from North Oakland.
Yeah.
He's somebody who he know from North Oakland, but I don't like fighting him with D Wood, so I don't like Patrick no more.
Exactly. Just because
right.
it's just like a friend of a friend is an enemy or something to the
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's
you know
crazy.
what I find amazing about just what you said? It's like a lot of times, like you said, it's been passed down to where a lot of youth don't even know what they're voting for.
Right.
They just in it because I'm from over here.
Yeah.
And then you got people that just moved in the neighborhood, right? Say for instance, right? They just moved in the neighborhood and they pushing the hood way harder, and you like, that ain't how it went. I'm from over here,
Right.
But then you get over here, you really from Sacramento, however, and then you come to Atlanta, and now you pushing the script way hard to the point to where you pushing it on me. And I'm saying I've been my mama, grandmama, all them been over here. Here you come pushing a straight script, and then at the same time with no respect, like you said, no money, right? And it's one of the type of situations to where it's like, what is this all about? I think that's what you was alluding to.
No, the thing is, I think is this what it is, bro. You got kids nowadays. You got kids' sons. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got, say I done something, right?
Right.
I'm talking about 20, 30 years ago. Now, my son is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right? He didn't inherited my funk.
Yeah.
So they taking after they daddies, like what they daddy did, and they really don't even know the history of what the daddy really did. But they going off what happened, and it's just carrying on, bro. That's all it is.
Generational.
Right.
Yeah, it's generational
Hey,
funk, bro.
do you think if one of them youngsters may have heard what they dad have done, right?
Yeah.
And if an uncle, brother, mom, auntie, some say, hey, this is how it really went.
Right.
You think they'll listen to it?
Nah, it's too
It-
far
'cause it
in.
be-
It's too,
I'm saying back then. Like initially, okay, man, hey, my daddy done this thing. My daddy wasn't cool with such and such. Such. Hey, now my uncle get at me.
yeah.
Like Michael Reese. All right.
Right.
Hey, boy, tell me, your daddy didn't do it like that, man. They was cool, so that's your partner.
Right.
All right, uncle, I respect you. All right, man, we gonna be cool. I think that's kind of what a lot of these kids did not get.
Right. They
right,
got to
right.
get that early. They got to get it before they
Right,
jump
the
off
early
the
They
piece.
porch.
definitely got to get
The
it early,
early
bro.
piece.
They got
They got to get it
early.
before they jump off the porch.
Yeah.
They can't get it when they already active because be like you playing freeze
too
tag.
late.
You already tagged somebody. It's too late. You can't say, "Oh, nah, you in the field now."
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Because I want to say something, right? Because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
his son was killed,
Wow.
2018, right?
Wow.
And what was that? North Oakland or Berkeley?
That was where they say Berkeley, but yeah, you can
Okay.
say Berkeley.
So I
Right.
want to say this here. Because he being from North Oakland, right? And people know who his son is. Automatically, it's probably, hold on, if it's that age group, like the history was missing, the broken chain. No, man, before anything goes on, we get the education or the information of the who's.
Right.
You know, that's off limits. We don't do that.
Right.
See,
I think that's what's missing
the
too.
thing is, that'll work if it's a problem with somebody our age and then somebody his son's age, we'll probably think about that's the homie's son.
Exactly.
But if they're both 18, this could go for anybody. When they're both 18, they don't know that age group. They
So
don't
that's
care
what I'm saying.
about
So
that.
they don't know. So what's missing? So somewhere what they didn't know, someone's supposed to step in and say, this is what you need to know.
That's what happened.
Right.
Ain't none of that. Ain't nobody telling them that.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody telling.
And
Listen.
with Richmond, everybody they be fuck with, they mamas and daddies went to school together. So when somebody passed, it's somebody on there be like, damn, that's me and her went to elementary together. Her son dead. And my nephew might have did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We
In
don't
this
know.
Richmond world.
Yeah.
Because
And
we
I wanna
all
ask-
family
right,
really
I
out
want to
here.
ask
We
you
all
that
kid
question.
cousins.
Patrick, I'm going to ask you that question. I know it's kind of personal, but I got to ask you, do you think that was missing from where you grew up at, your neighborhood, that someone should have known, hey, this was goes on,
Right.
even though my man is gone, but I know these youngsters. Because
Right.
someone always knows someone from a small area.
Right.
I think me personally, just my experience,
Yeah.
is that as we got older, right, we don't hold each other accountable like we supposed to. Like, okay, they killed my son out there, right?
Right.
It's a youthful movement, right? But when I got back, like how we talking now,
Right.
it's like almost, and they may feel they don't owe me that, right? Because I've been gone 31 years.
Right.
The fact remains is that, you know, we can have a gathering of men to talk about those kind of losses and how we can make our community better. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
As men. And I felt jaded just by like, damn, it was like, well, nobody downloaded me like, my son got killed out here. Like, he got killed in 2018, I got out 2020.
Right.
So when I go back to my community, just going through there, seeing certain just familiar, even though a lot has changed, it wasn't, you know, that opportunity to say, hey, man, sorry I heard to hear that, man. Look, man, it was just a big misunderstanding. A lot of times I think it be afraid of Johnny Law or anything of that nature coming about, right? And like I always tell people, and I tell him this because my brother's with me. He know all about my pain when it comes to that. I don't wish that on nobody, first. And secondly, I don't want nobody to go to prison for it. I ain't looking to bust you
Right.
or bust, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's because of the age and the spirituality and the transformation I've made in my life from the street to this person I am today. Now, 20 years ago, 25 years ago,
Yeah.
I've probably been a whole different way.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But as men, like at our age,
Right.
we supposed to be able to sit down and talk.
Right.
And be real about what happened and try to make that better so it don't happen to the next man's child or nephew or cousin or whatnot.
Let me say this, Wood. Let me say this, Wood. I had a partner named, we had a partner named Lace.
Yep.
Right? And I got real close with Lace, man. I got real close with him before he passed, before he got killed, right? And he used to tell me stories because he was one of them ones, bro. He was one of them ones. So he used to tell me stories about things that he was doing, right? And I realized, and I told him, I said, you know what, bro? You was being used. They was using you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And then I told him, I say, listen, man. I say, the big thing, the big part of it was wrong. It wasn't nobody telling you not to do it. And what I'm saying is this. He had older homies around him, right? Maybe I say about 5, 6 years older than him, right? But the problem wasn't nobody saying, no, bro, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Right? Because real shit. I didn't told him like, nah, bro, leave that alone. I'm talking about before he passed.
Right.
I was the one saying, no, bro, don't do that, bro. Don't leave that alone, Lace. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing was, my man, he kind of like was getting out of that life because before he passed, he had a job. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice car, paying car notes. Like he was doing the regular life. He was doing the regular life thing. You feel what I'm saying? And he just, some bullshit came up and he got killed. But yeah, man, I used to always tell him, man, they was using you, man, and it wasn't nobody there telling him, no, don't do that. I think that's like what y'all saying.
Right.
That's what it is. It ain't nobody in the neighborhood telling him, don't do that, bro. That ain't cool. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Or just, because sometimes we know they get in their feelings when it's a 5, 6 of them around.
Right.
And I try to, when I do talk to the youngsters, try to pull one who I may think maybe had the strongest mind, or some more people who may look up to him.
Right.
And drop a jewel on him.
Right.
And then hopefully he can come back and touch them.
Right. It's hard nowadays.
Yeah,
it's hard, bro.
it is.
Hey, I respect y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. I respect what y'all doing. And at the same time, I be always saying like, I can't do it. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man, because they ain't don't respect the old heads, bro.
Right.
And it's like, once, and I know y'all done been through it. Y'all done try to get through to some youngsters and they mouth just get the popping off. You like, hold up, man, I come in peace.
Yeah.
See, I don't even want to have to go through that. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. I respect what y'all do, and where I'm gonna start at, I'm gonna start with my family. Like I'm gonna start with my family. I'm gonna stand with my family because I feel like if I can't start with my family, I can't go to somebody else and tell them, hey man, you need to be doing this and doing that because I know how they act.
Right. But guess
You
what?
feel what I'm saying?
You already started about coming here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
for
now
sure,
the
for
voice,
sure.
it already began.
For sure.
It already began. So D Wood, Lil Rich, he said something, and for the sake of time, what's up with whatever you can go in, the foundation, what's up with that, man? I know it. Hey.
Hey, man. Hey, well, you know, hey,
They gave each other.
hey, the
I ain't
foundation.
talking about together, boys.
No, the foundation, man, is a lot of people don't like that word that we give ourselves, man.
I like it.
It's me, it's Bull, it's Squally, it's Jerry, it's D Boy,
Mm-hmm.
Smokey. You feel what I'm saying?
Now let me tell you something about Smokey.
Right.
Steve.
Yeah,
you know him.
Stevie Boykins.
You know, it's my boy.
Right.
So, man, I get in the house. So Smokey, we go way, way back
Right.
before YA.
Right.
He is the one who connected me to the brother for us to start doing a podcast right now.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah.
Yeah.
He said, man, y'all, you came home and y'all love what you're doing. I'm going to connect you with this boy, man. He do podcasts. And,
Right.
and that's how we really hit with 100 years.
That's what's up.
Messing with him.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
Smokey, my real cousin. My real
boy,
cousin.
that's my boy,
Smokey.
man.
I love him
Right.
to death, man. Love Smoke.
But,
All right.
to speak, but the statute of limitation is up.
It's up.
It's up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically, it was a childhood friends, and during the candy era, the dope era,
Mm-hmm.
they formed a little clique, and they did their thing around Richmond for their age group.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
And that's basically what it's like. A clique. Everybody had their little cliques, but
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't have. They had their street, but everybody didn't have their
Stop.
inside
Stop.
nickname for
okay.
it.
Okay, I got that piece.
And let me jump in.
I'm
after
going to
you,
put a little
man.
more on that, what you just did.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Patrick.
I just want to say this, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give flowers because anybody I know that I'm gonna salute you, whatever it is. I'm from North Oakland, right?
Right.
Like I said, I'm a circuit Richmond. Yeah, y'all highly respected.
Oh yeah,
no
for
matter
sure.
what. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
For what y'all did and how y'all grew up. In passing, I've just been around Squally and Bull. I was in Byron Boys Ranch when they used to come through
Exactly.
there. Vets.
Right.
I know all about it.
Right.
So it's all about giving y'all respect and also the respect of y'all still here.
Bro, I
Right.
was finna say that.
Yeah.
So that's the
I was
beauty.
finna say that, bro.
You know what I mean?
I was about to say that.
A lot of cliques came together and they went to killing each other.
Nah, we still here. We still living and breathing right now, bro.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
Wasn't
for
no
sure.
backdoing with the whole
Nah,
situation.
none of
and
that.
everybody's still friends today.
Today,
Right.
to this day, bro.
And
we still here,
everybody-
man.
Right, and I want to say this.
Everybody.
I mean, we were 17 years old. You know, I done slept with me and board, and I'm like, man, we 17. I'm looking at a man counting damn near over 100,000.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Except,
For
listen,
sure.
we was kids.
For sure.
I'm like that.
For
You know,
sure.
I for those who don't know, hey. You know, I had my Tony Montana dime at the time, right? So I kind of like took it off the block one time, messing with it, right? He like, boy, go, what you know? I'm like, man, I gotta really just see if it's really like that. We open it up, right?
Yeah.
But I just said, just for history purposes, man, what came about that as young kids at that age?
Right.
So I'm saying at that age, so it was a maturity level.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
a respect level
For sure.
to whereas when you have not reached the age of 21 to see the type of revenue,
Right.
what was coming in at that time,
Right.
you know, it was astonishing to me because, you know, I was with Squally when he first put the beat in the Cougar.
Right.
Me riding, bumping, paying full.
What color was it?
The brownest burgundy one.
Okay.
When he
Okay, 'cause
first
you
put
know
the-
it went through stages. It
Yeah,
went
when he
through
first
stages,
put the
different
foam
colors.
in. Now when he wrecked the Stang on MacDonald.
Right.
Remember he rented me?
I bust my head on that. Was me.
You was in
going
the car
through
with
the Most definitely.
Right here, right around the corner.
My head went through the windshield,
Yep,
bro.
I
Bust
remember
my
that.
head.
I
Yeah,
came and
for
said,
sure.
oh, what happened?
Yeah.
But I remember those stages, man.
Yeah, for
And it's
sure.
like, and then I end up leaving, but y'all was like,
Yeah.
you know, so how was that a little bit?
Hey, man, it was lovely, man. I ain't gonna even sit there and lie. I don't like glorify them
Now, we ain't
days.
going from your history.
But hey, man, yeah, them days was good to us, man. We saw a lot of money at a young age, bro. And I think that's why we still able to do what we do right now. Not saying we ain't in no
Right.
nothing like that no more, but we got the mindset to do other things now and still be able to, you know, to survive. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And live our lives. You know what I'm saying? I think that the hustle back then gave us the knowledge to what we got right now. And that's why we still we thriving right now. You feel what I'm saying?
So it goes back to education, of course.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
for
way
sure.
you put
For
it.
sure.
You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And even
for
though
sure.
you're doing something, I was always told, even though you're doing something illegal, you gotta have some kind of business type of mind
Right,
to do
right,
it.
right.
you gotta know, you gotta have some kind of business mind to be a hustler. You gotta have that entrepreneurship.
Oh,
have
yeah,
to.
for sure.
Anyways, that's why a few of them, some got still do a little property, real estate,
Right, exactly.
got dog companies,
Yeah,
you
for
know what I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure.
Training dogs, but that's
Right.
still a business.
Still a
Right,
business.
right,
Real estate's still a business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Training dogs and owning dog kennels is still a business. So it just translated for something illegal to legit today.
It's all
Well,
the
you know,
business.
Lil Jerry got that big
Then-
auto repair shop out
Yeah.
there in Sassoon, man.
I told him I got to
You
bring
know
my.
what I'm
I told him
saying?
I got to bring my Volkswagen
Big
over
shop,
there.
man.
Yeah.
Big shop. So
You know,
everybody doing pretty good, bro.
Yeah, I told him I got to get him on the show. He said he gonna see how y'all do.
Right,
But we
right.
coming. You know, I told Squad I already got a bull too.
Right,
So
right,
I already
right,
hollered
right.
at everybody. We gonna see how it look. But actually, I really want to get all y'all on the show at one time. I
Right,
want
right.
to do that.
Right.
And before we segue, you end up doing some time in the feds.
Oh yeah. I was wondering when we was gonna get to this, man. I
Yeah,
wanna Get us to the youth, man. Yeah.
So this is okay. Before we get there, without going too deep,
yeah.
a lot of people didn't kind of, didn't like you at the time. Right before that, the situation happened
right.
across from you being for
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
else,
yeah,
and you've
yeah.
been over there.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
was that for you? Without,
Uh,
because I had left, but
Well,
I
you-
was just hearing stuff.
well, I left, so I didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I ended up going to Little Rock, Arkansas, and
Mhm.
started doing my thing out there.
Right.
And I think I stayed out there like 2.5 years, and I was messing. I ended up messing. I was messing with this one cat, and he was hooked up with an informant.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you something about the first mind, man. Your first mind, you gotta follow your first mind, bro. Because the dude, I seen this policeman in my apartments get out this Honda Prelude before, right? And I'm looking out my window and I seen, right? The same Prelude pull up to this grocery store where I used to meet this one cat that I know. The same Prelude pulled up. So the dude that I know get out the car and get in the car with me. I tell him, I say, bro, that's the police, bro. But don't get me wrong, it's a different dude, but it's the same Prelude.
Same
though.
Prelude,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I say, bro, that's the police, bro. Police, I seen the policeman getting out that car, bro. He like, nah, he cool. Whoop-de-whoop. He give me the impression that they go to the motels together. They, you know what I'm saying, be busting down the bras and getting drunk and all that all the time. Police wasn't doing none of that with him, right? So the first mind is this. And this how I really knew. I seen a female that the police was going to our house. I said, yeah, I know you messing with that police dude, right? Don't you know, man, 2-3 weeks later, that lady moved out of her apartment, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, the police, they moved out that apartment, right? So I'm telling that dude, like, man, that dude, that's the police, bro. But at the same time, I already dealt with him. So he already built up a case against me.
Built a case.
Yeah, he already built up a case against me. But he thinking the dude that I'm messing with, he thinking he cool, right? So that's how I get caught up. They come, bust my apartment, they find 9 ounces. You feel what I'm saying? I get my time, which is 300 months. They gave me 300 months for
How many years is that?
25 years, bro.
Damn.
Listen, they gave me 9. They called me with 9 zips. They gave me 25 years, 300 months. Listen, I didn't even know what 300 months was. When they gave me my time and walking back to the cell, the policeman said, the Fed say, bro, you know how much time you got? I said, nah, bro. He said, man, they just gave you 25 years, bro. Soon as I got back to the county, man, I called my mama. My mama couldn't believe that, bro.
And how did you feel?
For real,
Yeah,
bro.
because you
I didn't
didn't
even
know.
know how to feel, bro. I didn't even know how to take that.
Numb, huh?
I was 23 years old, man. I didn't even know how to take that, right? But I'm gonna tell you what got me through, man. My mama told me, man, it can be worse, bro.
Yeah.
She told me that. She said it can be worse, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I shout my mom out, rest in peace, man. I love my mama to death, bro. And I can get emotional about my mama because my mama and my auntie, they held me down, man, for that time, man. I did almost 20 years, man. Luckily, that crack law passed and took off 4 years off that 25. But you know what I'm saying? My mama and them held me down, man. I respect my mama and my auntie to the death with me, bro. I love them with all my heart, bro.
And it's always
Yeah.
the strong women in our family who be there for us,
for
man.
sure. Hey,
You
nobody
know?
else gonna be there but your family, and I want them youngsters to know that. But this is what I want to tell them youngsters too. Okay, back then in '94, So that's when I got caught up, right? You can have 5 grams of crack and get 5. You can get 5 to 20 years, right? You can get 5 to. Matter of fact, I think it was 5 to 40 years. No, 5 grams of crack, you can get 5 to 10 years, right? The same time, listen to this. You can have 10 kilos of powder and get the same amount of time. Wow. It don't add up.
Right.
So the crack was designed
for us. That's what I was about to say. Everybody in them days, everybody was getting 5 to 20 years, 5 to 30 years, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Messing with that crack. And guess who it was? It was us. It wasn't them others, bro.
Right.
It wasn't others. Others wasn't messing with crack. They was messing with powder. But I'm gonna tell you what happened and why they changed that law. It was 100 to 1 at first, right? Then they broke it down to 1 to 10, right? Because
what you mean by 100 to 1?
It was 100 to 1, meaning the ratio, like 1 to 100 years. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like it was ratio like that. Then it went down to 10 to 1. That's way more time, right? But the reason why they did that, because white people started messing with crack. Yeah. And they started getting caught with crack, right? They ain't finna be giving them white people the same amount of time they was giving us. But one thing about the feds, and I think that's why they changed it. One thing about the feds, and I lost my throat. Oh my God, I lost my thought. Oh, they go by a guideline. They go by the guidelines. And this is what I want to tell the youngsters, bro. You know how you getting these petty felonies and you keep getting them? You know what they doing? They adding them up. Because once them feds get you, they use them petty felonies against you. And they go by the points. They go by the guidelines. And that raise your point level up and that get you more time. So don't think you around here, you might catch a gun case here, they let it go. You might get caught with a rock or some weed and whoop them points when it comes to the feds. And they going to add all them points, all them felonies up, and they going to go by that guideline and give you all that time for that. And that's how the feds work, bro.
Arizona's system is state, but it's set up the same exact way you described with the crack versus the powder, and also with the guidelines and the historical priors and all that. I got caught with 12 rocks in Arizona just because I've been to prison 2 times out here, CRC, Lord. 2 years, bids, nothing, little wino time. They gave me 12 years.
Damn.
They gave me a year
for
of
a couple
rock.
rocks.
For 12, like 12 dime, 20 rocks, whatever it was, they gave me 12 years. But I felt played. I was like, man, I went back home and did 2 years for this. You know what I'm saying? I could go up under that. The Users Act and get less time, but they's like, no, it's bagged up individually.
So was you on the chain gang in Arizona?
No, I never went to Sheriff Joe because I wasn't eligible because that's a county thing.
Hold on, you said the county is a chain gang?
Yeah, that's not prison.
Where they breaking rocks at?
Yeah, that's
so let
county
people
time.
know, let them youngsters know you do anything in Arizona, you be out there breaking rocks.
Sheriff Joe, I think the new sheriff shut it down, but Sheriff Joe Powell was in charge of being the head of the sheriffs for like 28 years until he caught that when he took the money from the cartels, like the $1 million. He kept their money or did something illegal, and Trump pardoned him, but that's why he out of politics now. But yeah, he was the most shrewdest sheriff in the county. You feel like you in a third world country.
I just want to add one more thing to what you said about, since we touched on segue the feds and state prison and all that. Of course, 100 years, man, we did.
For sure. The
biggest thing I learned when I came back, I went to the county when I got my case overturned under 1170, was how far I've grown in my education.
Right.
This is what you said. That was what you said about guidelines.
Right.
And the youth today, that's why I said it's so important for us to learn how to read and do math and all these things. Because if you going to be in the street life, I'm not trying to put kudos to it or nothing like that. You're going to be facing those kind of adversities, right? And they'll throw you in a cell, and they ain't going to tell you to figure it out. They just going to lock you up. And then how you might be in there for something you didn't even do, or you might be something that's minimal, but they maxed you out. And you need to know how to figure out
how it works.
How it works.
Yeah, for sure.
What the criminal law system,
yeah,
the
for
legal
sure,
system.
for sure.
But when I went to the county, Santa Rita, man, them youngsters was up in there, man, 3 or 4 bodies fighting.
Wow, bro.
And they didn't know. They was just like, And it made me. That was the hardest time I did. Man.
Right.
Like, when I
So
got
did they
back.
ever come to you like, hey,
Yeah, they
OG,
came
man, I
to
need
me
some help with
because-
law and stuff like that?
When they see me come back for doing 30 years, right? And I'm going back to court, and they looking at me, and they like, man, OG look good. Man, you know, he talking good. He properly, he know what he doing. You know what I mean? They was like, man, OG, I got 3 murders. I'm fighting 3 murders. I've been in the county 4.5 years. And they small, like little dude, and you just looking at them like,
Right.
it stressed me out more because it was like all that intensity, and they didn't know what to do.
Exactly.
They don't know
Right.
how to read. They don't know how to study law. They don't.
Nothing.
So I'm saying, so when you trying to just the basics of a penal code,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? I said, man, you got to get used to reading these penal codes. You just got.
Right.
They just like, what is that?
Exactly.
Not, so
Exactly.
them going to court, right? And you know the court is already staged. Kangaroo is already staged.
Yeah.
You got somebody talking for you. You don't even know what they talking about.
Right.
So it's like, it stressed me out because it was like, damn, man. It's like our youth is being like almost like decimated.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So that's why I was reliving that.
No,
what
that's
you were
real
saying.
talk, bro.
You got to know the law. You got to understand. If you out here, that's in anything you do.
Right,
But
right,
If you
right.
out here call yourself bipping and wanting to be in the game and all that, 'cause we can't tell you what to do. We can remind you,
Right.
Right.
but we ain't trying to dictate to you. But if you don't listen to elders that know, man, you're surely gonna be doomed. You know what I mean? Because their elders is gonna be judges, DAs, and everything.
Oh, yeah, for
And
sure.
they gonna treat you accordingly.
That's for
You
sure.
know what I mean? So
For sure.
And it's important to understand the consequences of what you do.
Yeah.
Right.
So back then, so even now you are getting into it, but don't understand the consequences.
Right.
I'm just gonna do it. What's the ramifications behind me doing anything?
Right.
Now they recognize that once they get in there.
Yes.
Then they feeling it. Now they feeling
now they
that
want
pressure.
help.
Yeah. Now they want to tell on somebody
Yeah.
because they want to come back home.
Right.
Can't do it,
bro. Nah.
So how is it with you all being elder statesmen now? Do the youth, your generations below you, come to y'all for information, for guidance? How is that?
Man,
Sometimes.
You know what? To be honest with you,
Sometimes.
our people our age, none of our sons or daughters
Yeah, I can say
like
that too.
grew up
In that.
in our environment.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Yeah, for
Right.
I
sure.
can't think of like none of my closest friends that's between 50, 55, they got kids 20, 25, 30.
That's out.
They grew up somewhere else or they grew up in a different city, maybe in the
That's
Bay
a
Area,
blessing.
but not
That's a
in East
That's a
Hill.
blessing,
It's a
bro.
blessing.
That's
See
a
it-
blessing.
But
No, that's
okay,
real talk. That's
okay,
real talk.
True. But we have those who know where y'all from, know where we all from,
Right.
right?
Right.
And maybe still in it.
Right.
Do you get those type of phone calls? Man, I'm trying to get up out the game,
I
man.
don't even get
I
'em.
don't.
I don't get 'em.
promise
You know?
We
I
out the
promise
loop,
you.
bro. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
You know what? I
We out the
don't
loop.
know how to the most I even be around youngsters if I pull up to somebody that's probably my age and they have nephew and nieces, like it'd be a function there.
Right.
For
It
sure.
could be something like a picnic, and of course they got kids, so I'll be around
Or a
them.
hood
but,
day. Or a hood
or
day.
a
Hood day.
hood day,
Yeah.
something like that. But just
Normal?
normal,
Yeah.
nah.
Okay, let's go to a hood day. Let's go hood day.
Yeah.
I just saw y'all last one
Yeah.
thing. There was a lot of people there.
Right.
So, how was the reception when those still in the mix doing their thing and they see y'all? How was that feel?
They like, what's up, OG? What's up, OG? But then they go over there to their little corner, and we'll be over here.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's all love, but it's really like not too many. And I'm probably guilty of there's no older brothers chopping game with the youngsters like this, because if they feel like you preaching to them,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
tell them something,
for
they don't
sure.
take it as
Right.
like we took it as, man, stay in school, man,
Yeah.
stay down, play with your baseball. We took, even if we didn't listen, I didn't take it as, man, this old motherfucker don't know what he talking about, telling
Right.
me what to do. Now they like, man, old head, you don't know what you talking about.
Right,
old
exactly.
head.
Right,
And then it
exactly.
just
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
it just, the respect is different. So I just try to stay away because I don't got time, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I
For
don't got
real, I
time.
don't. And that's why I say I respect y'all and what y'all do, because I don't got the patience for it, bro. I don't, because I don't want to be disrespected. And I'm not saying by me being disrespected, I'm going to do something stupid, but I just don't want to be put in that position
Right.
to make that choice. You know what I'm saying? Have to make that choice. You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of like, if I speak to my cousins and my, and you know what I'm saying, my nephews and people like that, but just coming out and just talking to them youngsters, I ain't gonna be
Let
able
me
to
say
do
this
it,
to
bro.
you. I feel more comfortable if I was to speak to a group of youngsters. I feel more comfortable speaking to the ones that already got in trouble, like going to juvenile hall.
Right.
Now you hear, you
Right.
want to listen
Right.
because you're vulnerable.
Right.
Then one that haven't gotten in trouble. You
Right.
already free.
Right.
You ain't got caught for what you're doing. Them the ones that's not trying to
Oh
hear
yeah,
nothing.
for sure.
It's the ones
for
that's
sure.
free and active right now in society. Not saying all. Because I see you have a nice group of youngsters that are listening that's free right now. But the ones in juvenile hall seem like you can get their attention more because, first of all, you want to come out your room, you want to hear some new information, and you feel like there's hope in this conversation that I'm giving you.
Right.
I think too, right? I think the biggest thing, just looking at the work that we do, is that we was 19, Fahim and Dante was 17, I was 19, right? And we went and did decades.
Right.
And so when we came back, we understood that, damn, you know, we didn't have nobody just really, you know what I mean? Or it's one or two things that happened to us. We didn't have nobody getting at us, or they got us and we didn't listen.
Right.
That's
Right.
clear.
That's
right?
number 2 for me.
So we understand that part of it, and we understand this too. When we got back and we look at the community now, even though we got kids and everything, like my son ain't in the game and nothing like that, but as elders, right, we look at where we come from and we like, okay, we owe responsible because we was part of
Right.
the
That's what's
transition,
up.
what
That's
happened.
what's
So
up.
I think that was the glue that made us go, you know what, let's try to, you know, help these youth. And
I ain't
understand
mad at
some
that.
gonna get it, some ain't.
I ain't mad at that, bro. That's
and
what's up.
so, you know, with brothers such as yourselves, you know, it's good to rub shoulders with y'all so I can be a better
Yeah,
mentor,
for sure.
right?
That's what's up.
Understanding,
That's what's up.
you know what I mean? Because, like I said, the tribe must continue to meet at those campfires, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I'm not saying everybody had a hub, but we all got to push towards positivity.
Right.
And I think if we can do that, it can kind of diminish or help. Like when I go talk to the youngsters at juvenile hall, and I'm gonna get off the mic. The number one thing I tell them, and I had some of the, I won't say hard, but treacherous youngsters, right? That love what they doing, right? And they would tell me, I would tell her, I said, look, check this out. I ain't telling you what to do if you still want to be in it. But let me say the ones that do. They ain't pushing a hard line like you. Because all they going to do is tell on you.
Right, for sure.
So why take them with you when you know they're not built like that? Let me get them and say them. You push a hard line. What you want to do, be at it, man. All I'm asking you, they like, damn, sorry, man, that's good. I said, man, let me get the ones that want to be saved.
For sure.
So I'm saying, so I think I try to connect with them. You know what I mean?
Let me say this. The feds taught me a lot. I ain't gonna lie. The feds, I really grew up in the feds, man. Like I say, I was 23 years old when I went and got out at 42. So the feds really taught me a lot. And I'm gonna tell you one. I was 2009, right? And I was in Herlong.
Where that's at?
That's Herlong, California. It's Herlong. That's up there by Reno.
Okay.
So I was up there, right? And I'm looking at TV, and this reality show came on. It was called Harlem Heights, right? Some New York. It was about some New York people in Harlem, right? But they was some kids, though. They was 23, 25, something like that. They was some youngsters, right? And I'm just sitting there looking at it, man, and I'm realizing, man, that hood, man, that neighborhood stuff, man, we really be in our own world, bro.
Own world.
We be in a whole different world from the real world, bro.
That's
and by me looking at that show, it made me realize. I'm looking at that show. I say, man, we out the loop, bro. We out the loop. I'm talking about these people, 23, 25 years old, running businesses and you know, having cocktails and wearing suits and dresses and everything they talk about is business. I'm like, man, I can do nothing but shake my head. I say, man, we be in them neighborhoods, man, we be lost, bro. We be thinking that's the only thing that's going on.
Yep.
But outside of that, it's a whole nother world, bro. And it just make you, man, bro, I can go on and on about that feds, man. I'm talking about, I used to, I think this one, it's the white dude. He was an older white dude out of Florida, man. I think his name was Myers, right? And he used to teach all kind of like real estate, stocks and bonds. He just what else? The CDs. He used to teach all that type of stuff, right?
Yes.
And at the time, right? You know, I still had a little bit of money, like you know what I'm saying. And I was like, when he was teaching me about the CDs and the percentages and all that type of stuff, man, I used to be up in there shaking my head. I'm like, man, these people. That's why these people stay up, man, and we always stay down because we don't never do nothing with our money, bro. And I was thinking, I was like, because I did almost 20 years, right?
Right.
And I was thinking, man, what if I put that 10,000, that 20,000 into that CD for all them 20 years? What I come home
Mature every year.
Man, I used to be sitting. I used to go to every time he had a class. I go to all his classes, man, and I be thinking, I be like, man, we as a people, bro, and as a just being in neighborhoods, we ain't living, bro.
Right.
We
And
wasn't living, bro.
Right, and what you was getting, you was getting educated. That was financial education.
hey,
what they talk about now today,
Man,
financial
real
literacy.
shit.
Man,
It's all.
and you know what?
hey,
I
real
tried
shit.
today. Everything he talking about, I tried. If it ain't nothing but $1,000, I got
Yeah.
a CD. I got an ETF.
Yeah.
I got a stock in Apple. It ain't number $600. I'm gonna see what it do because I look at it like this here. I'm behind when it came to work. God blessed me with a cool gig.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm working.
Man, I
I'm
remember you was
stacking up
working
from-
across the street.
I was working across street security.
Come on, man.
You said,
Now
you said
look.
again, look at me now.
Come on.
See, like I didn't elevate it. You know, the game is good to me. So
For sure,
yeah,
for sure.
but I
Hold
tried
on, before
all.
we go there, because I want people to hear this. Where you work at right now?
I work for Kaiser.
Come
I
on,
work
man.
for Kaiser.
In Kaiser.
Yeah, I'm Kaiser.
That's what I'm talking
permanently, you know
about.
what I'm saying?
That's
So,
what's
you
up.
know,
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
and who would have thought
That's what's
somebody
up.
that been to the penitentiary, been in the streets, then did all this stuff, been talked about, then been down, been up,
Yeah.
and just came home and focused on what I wanted to do. And,
That's what's up.
and I'm blessed, bro.
And that's what
you
it's
know
about,
I'm
man.
saying?
I'm proud of you too.
That's what's
Feel
up,
me?
That's what
bro.
it's about. You
Yeah.
know. I know we strapped for time right now. Hey, this was a good conversation, but we definitely got to do this again. So my last question before Patrick have his, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm flabbergasted, man. All I want to say is, man, I think I don't have no more questions, but I will give you guys a shout out. I mean, for all y'all ranks to let y'all know, man, that it's great respect, man, to the foundation, man. You know, and honor you, brothers.
Likewise,
man, 'cause y'all
bro.
still here.
Likewise.
You know what I mean? And just what we talking about today, man, makes me feel good because I was going through something. You know, I talk lightly about it. I don't, my wife lost her nephew last night.
Wow.
So, when I mean by positive energy, we just never know when our time's going to be called.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And so, as long as I'm here, I'm going to try my best to just give as much positive energy as I can.
Oh, that's what's up.
You know what I mean? And in the process of me not being able to do it, I'm going to surround myself with the brothers who can give it to me.
Man, that's
keep
what's up.
me up. You know what
That's
I mean?
what's up, bro.
I respect what you guys doing, man, and what y'all about.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, and I want to thank
what's up,
y'all
bro.
for coming to the show.
Man, thanks for
coming
having us, bro.
on
For sure.
season 1. I mean, excuse me, season 7, episode 1,
one.
Consequences
For
of the
sure.
Street
That's
Life,
what's
man.
up.
Y'all
That's
first,
what's up.
man, 2026.
That's what's
Hey,
up.
2026.
We're the first guest.
No, 26.
Yeah,
Oh,
26th
26th.
Street. Yeah,
Oh,
26th Street.
man, come on.
That's where we from.
Look
26th
at the
Street.
wire play. You see
That's
how
what's
he-
up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Come on, man. My
That's
grandma
what's up.
stayed on 26. You know what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up. That's what's
But
up.
yeah, I thank you all, for coming to the show. And it was very important to hear your voices. Cause I always, say this, that Richmond being so small that we don't really get the recognition that we deserve.
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
because we did a lot for the Bay Area.
Right.
Right.
And I always feel that people drive by us, they don't, because so much come from out this little city.
Right.
A lot. And I want to thank you all for coming here too, and I appreciate it. And believe me, you all are doing the work because you came from an adverse situation, not go back.
Right.
Right.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
That ain't easy for everybody.
No, it
to
ain't.
come out and say, man, I'm good.
Right.
I learned my lesson.
Right.
Exactly.
And I want to give a shout to Chevron, our sponsor. Shout out to Chevron and everybody who support 100 Years 1HYE podcast. But you all got any parting words before we go?
Man, you youngsters, man, get your life together. Don't go to prison first to figure it out like we did. Do it now before you go.
That's what's
You know what
up,
I'm
bro.
saying? Start you a CD right now at 15, 18, even with $100.
Start young.
You know what I'm saying? In 30 years, you don't know what it could be. Get you a Roth account. Put $10 a month in there when you a teenager, your birthday money.
Right.
For you know it, you might have $500,000. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Man, it's real. You know,
It's real.
I haven't experienced the finance of it, but I didn't seen some success stories when it really kind of like investing your money in. It's the small amount that can grow big. So
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
That's what I got
he
for the
said enough. He
youngsters.
said a handful right there. That's what's up. Hey, start off young. Get a job, man. Start off young because it pays off at the end, man. You stay on that right path. At the end of the rainbow, it's gonna be good, bro. Because matter of fact, my auntie taught me that, man. She always had a job. When I was a kid, she always had a job. She worked at Kaiser, the one right there on Cutting. Not
12th
this
Street
one.
in
Yeah, not
Cali.
this one. The old school one. You feel what I'm
old,
saying?
12th and
She
Cali.
always had a job, and I always respected people that always had jobs. I respect that, bro, because that ain't easy waking up, you know what I'm saying, through rain, sleet or snow and going to that job, man, working them 10, 12 hours, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I respect people that have a job. And the thing is, she's I think she's 70 something years old, but the government taking care of her now. That's why I'm saying start young, get you a job, and at the end of the rainbow, let these white folks take care of you, man.
They gonna do it.
At the end of the day,
They gonna
bro.
do it.
You feel what I'm saying?
That pension and
Yeah,
that
get it in,
401k.
bro.
Yes,
For sure,
exactly.
bro. For sure.
And again, we want to close out. My name is Fahim. Follow us on our Instagram, 100 Years DOP, our website, 100years.biz, the podcast, 1HYE podcast. What is our Facebook? 100 Years Enterprise. My name is Fahim.
Patrick, again, also, man, remember, man, it was 2026. Be healthy, man. Health is wealth. I got to work on my health, as y'all can see.
For sure.
But at the same time, man, I'm blessed. Love life, man. Love the brothers on the show, man. Again, man, 100 Years Enterprise.
That's what's up.
And we out. And it's a wrap.